CMA versus an appraisal. What is the difference? A CMA is a competitive market analysis. A real estate agent is the one who can figure out and provide a CMA. They will use that document to help their buyer or to help their seller know what the actual worth is in the area of other houses that have been selling that are similar to the current house. They'll figure out the price and what the value is. It's our estimate of what that house might be worth to sell. The price is going to be compared with other houses that have recently sold. This is before an offer comes in and the seller has to make a decision. Our price estimate or our suggestion is going to be for the buyer. A CMA is not used for the lender. The CMA is actually going to be our best guess for the value of the home. An appraisal is different. An appraisal is something that the lender will use. They will hire a professional person called an appraiser. The appraiser, their specific job and certification and licenses is specific to figuring out the value of the house itself. That person is going to be able to determine the market value of the home. They're going to figure out the lending value, the tax, and the insurance, or it might be something that is used for court purposes. The appraiser has to take very specific courses and classes in order to become licensed as an appraiser. Their job is regulated by the USPAP. On the test, you're going to be able to recognize the difference between somebody needing a CMA or somebody needing an appraiser. Typically, you're going to see the phrase, and I'm going to help you figure this out. If the question on the test says, this will be for the lender, if you see that word lender or mortgage lender, you know that that means an appraiser is going to be the one to go and do the appraisal, not the real estate agent. If on the test you see a question that has the phrase for figuring out a listing price or for figuring out how much to offer on a property, that can be used as a CMA and the real estate agent can perform the CMA. Hopefully that will be able to help you answer that correctly on the test. Now let's talk about how we figure out a CMA. You're going to collect all of the data of recently sold houses that are similar to the house that's going to sell. Similar size, similar square feet, bedrooms, bathrooms, similar acreage. You're going to use that with recently closed. Sometimes you can use the pending properties around it as well. You might have to adjust the price in order to match the other homes. So for example, if the home that recently sold has 3 garage stalls, but the house that you're planning to list only has 2 garage stalls, you're going to need to make an adjustment on the price in order to match the criteria of the home that you're trying to sell. The real estate agent will use these properties for suggesting the price. We do not provide a specific price that the people must list at. We provide suggestions of the price to the seller so that they can make the decision of how much they want to list their home at. There is no legal requirement or standard certification required for providing a CMA. Typically, it is provided for free as well. In regards to the appraisal, we know that the bank needs to hire somebody, or sometimes the court will hire the appraiser to come out to the house to figure out the value. The appraiser will show up and they measure the land, they measure the property, they take pictures, and they will recognize any condition of the house that needs to be documented as well as outside. They will document everything related to the house. They will only use one of 3 different approaches. We just talked about these. They use the sales comparison approach, the cost approach, or the income approach. Those are 3 different ways that they are going to get their appraisal. The appraisal comes back with the exact number for how much they think the house is worth, and that is going to help the lender decide how much they are willing to lend on that house.